Hey YouTube, it's Jay from Outlaw RC or Outlaw Racing, because we don't just do RCs over here. And today we're introducing soon to be the baddest no prep car in the world. Right now we're going through a little bit of a gear change, so that's why we're in pieces over here. We're starting off with the base, the stock DR10 Team Associated kit. We got the kit with the electronics minus the battery. I picked up my own battery, my own charger. We got it charging in the truck because soon to be we're getting ready to do some testing. There's a race February 27th. For about 23K, and we're gonna try to win it. So you guys are gonna join me on the trip to try to go win this race. Right now we're starting off with the basic electronics, but I'm sure before then we'll go full Hobby Wing and Mamba Max and the whole nine, because we might end up running the Outlaw class instead of the Street Eliminator class, which limits us to this tooth sale. But just because, just for performance reasons, I'd say before I want to get into upgrading the motor and all that stuff, I'd rather just whatever the fuck I put in there, I put in there. Excuse my French here. I mean, whatever I put in there, I put in there. For the most part, we got a couple people that we want to prepare ourselves for. Starting off with that damn gold member from a Street Car Garage. Yeah, we got a number for that guy. I don't know, it's just something about it. The way that car hooks up, it just makes me want to build something that hook up like it and get with it. Sit next to it and see what I do. For the most part, we're just here setting a baseline before we tear into it and see how far we can go. I want to see how fast I can get the stock set up to go and how long I can get it to go that fast and be consistent. I want to see if I can have the fastest DR10 before we have the fastest DR10. I said that. I want to see if I can have the fastest stock DR10 before I have the fastest DR10. And what I mean by stock, it doesn't have anything to do with the spur gear and pinion gear, because that's bleed, that's all we do over here. Change these guys. Gearing's everything. I'd say the DR10, in my opinion so far, is a pretty good truck. Shocks, great quality housing, great quality body. I hear a lot of people talking crap about they're short. They don't have a lot of travel, this and that. I haven't ran into the issue. My car hooks great, goes straight, does what it's supposed to do, A to B. It doesn't hook enough to pop wheelies on the 2S. So maybe I need to change compound or gearing. It doesn't have torque. It doesn't have torque. It has a lot of torque. It doesn't put it to the ground, I'd say. So I think we're gonna lean more towards some reaction tires from Proline or some Hoosier tires, or we might even end up custom making these if I don't like any of those. We might end up just belting these ourselves and doing some drywall taper or something. I'd say the rims, pretty good quality. I've hit a couple curves, no scratches pretty much so far. We're gonna lean towards this combination soon for front and back tires. We're gonna lean more towards the Corvette body and the aerodynamic aspect of it. We have a motor upgrade right here available already. It's a 3930. Oh, yeah, 3930 kV. Brushless motor, should get the job done. Right now we're at a 33, so we're gonna have to upgrade ESC and everything if we go to the 39. So, like I said, we have upgrades available. We just want to see what we can do with the stock setup. And then we have another option as well. What we might do is we might keep this one, Street Eliminator spec, and then over here, it's my baby. And then guys are looking at me like, what the hell? Those little baby arms on that truck? But look at the extension on that guy. So, this is an HPI Blitz that I shortened, per se. I shortened all the arms. I shortened all of the arms, upper, lower, steering, and got as square as I can possible. If I turn it on, the servo will probably light up and it'll even out and everything, but I don't feel like going to get the remote. But last night we ran into an issue. So with this guy, we might need to get shorter dog bones because it wobbles like crap. And that might be because of the short wing, trying to put such a short axle with a long arm. But the thing is, this arm came with these axles. This arm was on a nitro car I had, a nitro full drive, on-road car, the whole nine. We got this brushed motor on there. I can't remember the term on this motor, but it's a pretty good brush motor. But we're not going brush. If we end up sending it like I really want to on this truck, we might end up getting another DR10 later on. But if we end up pulling the trigger on this truck, we're going to end up switching everything around, and we're going to find shorter dog bones. We're going to put a brushless motor in it, and then we're just going to full out sim this truck. This truck is going to be outlaw, run what you brung, full on hobby wing, everything. I think both cars are going hobby wing just because of the adjustability and other reasons. GPS and hobby wing for both cars. Other than that, as far as motor and electronics, I'm not sure what I want to do yet. Motor combination is available for both cars, so I don't know, it just depends on what we want to do. I'd say this truck is pretty heavy, and it's probably heavy because it has a nickel metal hydrate battery in it, but for the most part, this truck is pretty heavy, so we might not use this guy. Or if we end up using this guy, we're gonna do some modifications and call up some people, get some 3D printed pieces to, work for what we're trying to do here. Because for the most part, it looked great, but it doesn't work, and we need it to work in order to. Looks don't win races. So, for the most part, everything is square right now, how I got it set up, but it just doesn't drive. We would have been testing this today, but these arms, they're not short enough. So we have sort of a wobbly, booty-shaking truck, you would say. I would turn it on and show you, but finding the remote is ridiculous. And putting a pinion gear on there would suck right now. So we're just gonna put this on the back burner, turn this guy to a shelf. Worst come to worst, these shots go on the DR10. DR10 goes full race car, and we only focus on one car. That's Hail Mary. Like I said, the race is February 27th. Race is called Street Kings. No Prep Street Kings. put this back on the shelf or wherever I had that on top of the chair. But yeah, but 27th in Las Vegas, we're gonna be out there. So if you guys wanna meet us out there, hey, come out there. We'll be out there. We might have a couple shirts. This truck, for the most part, is gonna be a problem. And that's all I'm gonna say. We're gonna put in whatever it takes to try to make it a problem. That's most definitely sure. But yeah, like I was saying about the shocks again, great quality shock. The body is aluminum. I've been hearing they leak, but for the most part, I haven't opened them up or changed the shock oil in them yet. So I wouldn't know if they leak, or maybe it's just the type of oil that they're using that makes them leak. So I don't know. But I'd say don't watch YouTube videos and don't copy people's setup based off what you hear. Always try certain stuff and do your best off of experience. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. My dad said that the best. This truck, for the most part, it's a pretty good truck. It has a lot of suspension travel on it. What you want to do is when you get a truck, you want to push it all the way down, and you want to see how fast it comes up. If it comes up really fast, then you know you're going to have a bouncy trucking per se. Some trucks you want them to come up nice and smooth. This truck just bounces up. That's because of no upgrades. I haven't done anything to it besides I had a couple spacers and burnouts. Try breaking the tires. See, this truck doesn't even fully come back up, so it still has room to extend. So the main thing you want to check for when you let's try working around this charger. But the main thing you want to check for when you're working with suspension is because the car's gonna spend most of its time in the back wheels. Front wheels, I heard, don't wear down at all. And these wheels I've done a lot of burnouts on. They're pretty grippy. They got a lot of grip to them. I'd say when I pull it up on the wheelie bars, what you want to check for, you can't really see. What you want to check for is once you get it up on the bars, hold on, let me change the camera angle. Yeah, so suspension travel is definitely your best friend on these things. You get them up on the bars, and you see how far it travels. See. So what I might do is I have fully adjustable shocks. I have a really long adjustable shock with it's like this long. The body's like this long and it's all threads. So we're gonna have room to play once I change the shock. But like I said, right now we're trying to go as fast as we can on the stock tire, stock shock, stock ESC, stock motor, just gearing and battery. One day, this thing is gonna be a monster, and I'm not gonna tell you anything that I do to it as far as gearing or ESC timing ever. And I might throw you in the loops about battery, KV, and whatnot. I'll tell you what around the range. I won't tell you exactly because once I enter the outlaw class, pretty much everything is free for all. So it's all about what you know and what you can do. And we want to try to conserve all that information because somebody can get it and it'll be trying to beat your stuff. So, for the most part, this truck is stock, and we're gonna take it outside, test it right now, and show you what we come up with just some gearing and a couple battery changes. Because I went through two. I went through a LiPo 3S LiPo that I didn't like, and we're at a 5200 milliamp LiPo, 2-cell LiPo. This is set up to run in the class, everything is legal. So let's see what we can do.
heat up the tires and test. See what it does from there. Straight hit. About 100 feet. All I care about is the first 40 feet. This is stock. This is completely legal.